The village fashion show was going perfectly until one wild gust turned every model into part of the costume. Warm afternoon sunlight covered the meadow as villagers gathered around a rustic runway built from old wooden pallets. Colorful decorations made from paper, cardboard, ribbons, and recycled plastic fluttered above the stage. Chubby Max stood beside the entrance, waving both arms like an excited director. He proudly announced each model while reminding everyone that every costume had been created from materials the village might otherwise have thrown away. Timmy Tinker stepped onto the runway first. His paper cloak rustled dramatically in the breeze, and he walked with such confidence that the audience leaned forward to study every folded detail. Behind him, handmade banners danced gently between two poles. The weather seemed perfect. The crowd was cheerful, and Max believed the afternoon would become the village's most organized event. Then, a playful gust swept across the meadow. At first, it only lifted the corners of Timmy's cloak. The audience laughed as the paper fabric opened behind him like a pair of enormous wings. A second gust arrived with greater force. Timmy grabbed the front of the cloak, but the wind filled it like a balloon and pulled him several steps down the runway. Instead of becoming frightened, Timmy began laughing. He leaned forward, tried to stay grounded, and turned the unexpected struggle into an exaggerated model pose. Buddy Popcorn entered next, wearing small recycled wings made from shiny wrappers and light cardboard. The wings clattered in the wind, creating a funny rhythm that made the children clap along. The wooden runway trembled as loose decorations spun around the stage. Paper flowers twisted, ribbons snapped through the air, and empty boxes rolled past the audience like tiny runaway carts. The village leader marched forward wearing a tall hat made from a painted cookie box. Almost immediately, the wind caught the wide top and spun it sideways across the leader's face. Every attempt to straighten the hat created another accidental dance step. Timmy slid one way, Buddy bounced another, and the leader marched in circles while trying to see the end of the runway. Golden sunlight broke through the swirling dust, making the chaotic stage look strangely magical. The crowd no longer watched a formal fashion show. They watched a comedy created by weather, recycled materials, and determined performers. Max rushed onto the runway to help. He reached for Timmy's cloak, stepped on a loose ribbon, and slipped into the group. In seconds, all four friends became tangled in fabric, paper, and cardboard. Buddy jumped excitedly around them, trying to pull the ribbons free. His helpful efforts only wrapped another bright strip around Max's shoulders. Above the runway, the giant blue tarp banner strained against its ropes. One knot finally came loose, and the tarp lifted into the air like a huge sail. The audience gasped as the fabric floated over the stage. Then it descended softly, covering Timmy, Max, Buddy, and the village leader in one enormous, shimmering sheet. For a silent moment, nobody moved. Then four heads appeared from different openings, and the accidental group costume began walking forward together. The crowd erupted into cheers. What had looked like a disaster suddenly became the most memorable design of the day, a giant blue gown created by teamwork, confusion, and one powerful gust of wind. Timmy raised one corner of the tarp like a royal cape. Max waved proudly. The leader balanced the spinning hat, and Buddy danced with a loose ribbon between his teeth. Someone recorded the moment, and soon the funny video was spreading through the village network. People who had missed the event began arriving just to see the famous anti-wind fashion show. As the breeze weakened, soft chimes rang near the stage. The performers bowed together, still wrapped in the tarp, while the audience applauded their unexpected masterpiece. After the show, the friends did not leave the mess behind. They collected every piece of paper, plastic, ribbon, and cardboard that had blown across the meadow. Boxes were stacked for the community recycling event. Decorations that could be repaired were placed in one pile, while reusable materials were carefully sorted for future projects. The blue tarp was folded neatly and saved as a reminder that mistakes can sometimes create better ideas than perfect plans. Near sunset, Timmy and Max sat beside the runway and watched the video again. Their laughter grew louder each time Max slipped or the cookie box hat spun around. The horizon turned purple and orange as the village became quiet. A small paper lantern glowed beside the stage, lighting the clean wooden pallets and the organized recycling piles. Before heading home, the three friends checked every rope, secured the remaining banners, and walked around the meadow to make sure nothing had been forgotten. Under the rising moon, they looked back at the silent runway. The event had begun as a fashion show, changed into a windy disaster, and ended as a celebration of creativity and community.
Look who's here, Timmy!
As they walked toward the village lights, Timmy understood the day's final lesson. When plans fall apart, imagination and teamwork can turn the chaos into something people will remember with joy for years to come.